Jury's still out on that one. How did that cow get there? All right, no severe storms this go round for us. Here's a live look right now over Pemberton Park area and Georgia Aquarium. It's actually relatively nice outside, but be on the lookout for some falling temperatures this weekend. First Alert meteorologist Patrick Pete. We're really looking at some cold temperatures, and that's why our first alerts are lined up for us.
Yeah, starting as early as tomorrow afternoon, it's just going to start to feel unbearable to be outside. There's going to be lots of good family indoor opportunities this weekend, as it's just going to be downright uncomfortable. We're also watching the skies this evening for some showers that are going to push in, and watching higher elevations, locations that are above 2,000 feet, as there is a winter weather advisory in effect for places like Fannin and Gilmer County, stretching all the way towards Rabun County through 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. As there's going to be potential for a light accumulation of freezing rain. We're talking about less than 1/10 of an inch across some roadways. Could make for some hazardous travel conditions. We don't expect that to be a widespread issue, but the potential there. You can already see this boundary starting to push in, and a little bit of moisture gradually will drift into our area. We expect the rain opportunities to increase a little bit by around the 9 o'clock hour. Mainly shower opportunities for most of the state. It's just going to be those higher elevations the later we get into the night where we can see a little bit of mixing before the system swiftly moves on out. By the time folks get up tomorrow, I expect us to be drying out and seeing clearing conditions. But it's going to be a First Alert Friday because frigid temperatures are really going to dominate the second half of the day. Winds are going to be very gusty throughout the bulk of your Friday. Good day to have a thicker coat on for sure. First alerts continuing into Saturday and Sunday, as those wind chills are going to be bitter, especially Saturday all day, but both mornings near zero in some places. Gradually we will see things improve and we'll trend warmer as we head into the middle and end of next week. Temperatures will return to the 60s. It's been a while, so we welcome the change. Not on our doorstep yet, but 50 degrees for us right now in Atlanta is not a bad number. Temperatures are going to be manageable as we head through the evening hours, dipping into the mid 40s by around 7 o'clock and then into the lower 40s. Not a cold night at all. Most locations will be a little bit above freezing with the exception of those higher elevations. Clocking some 40s, 40 to LaGrange and Griffin, so not as bad of a start to the day. We will have some clouds around. That system will push on out, some breaks in the clouds through the afternoon. Won't be surprised if we see a stray flurry or a little sleet pellet in the mountains as we head into the afternoon tomorrow. Gusty throughout the day. We'll see clearing, but that's not going to help us out as those wind chills are going to be ridiculous. Here's a look at the start of the day. In the 40s at 6 o'clock, but by the time you step out, it's going to be the 30s, and those wind chills are even colder. Upper 20s through the early afternoon, and then sliding into the teens by 10 o'clock tomorrow night. So not the best night to be out in the streets. A cold weekend on tap. First alert for your Saturday. Despite getting the freezing in the afternoon, that's as good as it gets for us. We're talking about morning wind chills near zero, single digit numbers. Some folks are actually going to be below zero. Will not be surprised if we get another wind chill advisory for parts of your Friday night into Saturday morning. Meanwhile, cold on Sunday, despite a very frosty start. We'll get to 40 degrees by the afternoon, and then we trend warmer as we head into next week, which will be a welcome change from the frigid air that has dominated the bulk of this work week. So we'll get to 50 by Monday, partly cloudy skies, upper 50s by Tuesday. We'll watch for some rain opportunities, but I'll take rain chances with temperatures in the 60s any day, 67 degrees by Thursday.
Patrick, thank you.